Welcome to Lincoln Choral Artists Virtual Rehearsal number 3. So glad you can join us tonight. We are going to be doing our 40th anniversary piece, Imprints. We're going to be doing a new piece called Bogorodice Dievo by Rachmaninoff, which you can find in the event or in an email that went out to singers. If you're joining us and you're not a regular member of the group and you want to join us, there are links for all the music tonight in of PDF versions of everything we're doing. And we also have the Carol packet. And our fourth thing, I'm not saying these in order right now. So Imprints, Bogorodice Dievo, then we're going to take a little break, and after the break we will do Here at the Little Door and our Carol packet. So I'm glad you're able to join us tonight. Hopefully you're singing from home. If there are more than one of you and you're singing in parts, I hope you can enjoy singing in parts together at home. And we're going to start with some warm-ups. So if you are able to, I'm going to have you stand and let's sing on Ooh. And our next warm-up is going to be T-A-T-A-T-O-O-O. I'll let you sing this one on your own. Couple of big sighs on your own while we get to our next warm-up here. Do a few sighs at home. Stretch out your arms a little bit, shake your arms out. Feel like you have a lot of tall singing space. Whether you're sitting or standing, give yourself room to breathe and make some great sound. Our next warm-up is Alleluia. It sounds like this. Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. Let's sing together. Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. Alleluia, Alleluia, Alleluia. You keep going. Sing E, sing A, sing Ah, which we've done a number of times. Sing E, sing A, sing Ah, Sorry about that. Sing T. 1, 2, ready and go. Yoop, 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 T, yoop, T, yoop, T. Ah, fa, la, 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 fa, la, 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 la. Ready and go. Coop and coop, coop. Shoot and shoot, shoot, shoot. Toot and toot, 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 tee, toot, tee, toot, tee, ah, la, 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 fa, la, 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 la. All right, very nice. Hope you're feeling warmed up a little bit, got your voice going. We are going to, in just a moment, go to Imprints, our 40th anniversary piece. I need to get my mic moved, and I'm also going to check into our event to see if there are any questions or comments yet that we need to be aware of. And of course, as always, we are happy to welcome Dr. Dennis Blutalov at the piano. And always a great joy to be in the same room with him. So, all right. Let's see. So, imprints is what we're going to start with. And I want to do just a little bit of reviewing of parts here. So we're going to just do some singing on parts. The opening section starts with the pickup into page 2 with the basses. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, let's do that same thing again. So this is the pickup to page 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2, 3. 3. 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your next pitch. C and 3 and 4 and 1. Tenor and bass. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Off. Good. So our eighth notes stay the same at the top of page 3 as we get into the 6/8 section. So if you're already thinking about your eighth notes, 4 and 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the 6/8 bar. So here's the bottom of page 2 with the soprano alto entrance to start, and then tenors and basses come in. 3 and 4 and 1. Tenor bass. 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Bottom of page 4 is the next entrance. We come in a canon entrance here. Pick up to measure 47. Starts with sopranos. 1, 2, 3. Alto. Tenor. Bass. and do that section again. Bottom of page 4, not happenstance. 1, 2, soprano. Alto, tenor, bass, here's the next chord at measure 38. Measure 38. 58? 58, sorry, 58. Thank you. 3 and 4 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, let's do those chords again. Measure 58. 3, 4. 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're doing a pickup into the next 6/8 bar. Basses, here's your E flat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1. Yep. Eighth note stays the same here.
Yes, I got it.
Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. Nice. Let's do that again. Pick up to page 6. 3 and 4. Nice. Here's the bottom of page 6, the last measure. Everyone starts on C, 3 and 4 and. Tenor, soprano, alto, bass, and 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, embrace. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Next entrance, 2, ready, and 3, 4. 1, 2, off, and 1, 2, ready, and go. 1, rest. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. B, no. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. B, big hold at the end. All right, so there's a bunch of stuff that happens there underneath the long chord as we go through. So we are going to go back here to, let's see, how about the bottom of page 6? Bottom of page 6, still doing a little bit of part work here. Soaring vision, and pick up a few more of these notes. Here we go. 3 and 4 and. Tenor, soprano alto, bass, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Here's your next pitch. Nice D minor chord there, right? 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And 1, 2, ready and go. And 1, 2, 3. Goes on and on and on. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go back and Dennis, if you wouldn't mind going back and forth a little bit, do some accompaniment when we need when it's just choral parts, do some choral parts for us. And let's go back to, how about the 6/8 bar at the bottom of page 1. So this is before the bass entrance. Here's a C for the bass. C for the bass. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bass in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2. Soprano, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and just keep holding this chord. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right. And so in the plans for this last spring, we were going to have Carrie Marduk, our executive assistant, on violin with that. So I'm looking forward to when we can present this and have her on violin with that. And thank you, Dennis, for playing. It is there's some complicated moments in there as we go back and forth between time signatures, Of course, not having any singers in the room, I'm just trying to follow along and keep us together as best you can, so you have some chance to work with this. And of course, now that we've kind of gone through it all the way, it's kind of a backing track if you want to go back and practice on your own. I want to double check and see if there's any comments or questions in here that I may have not been catching as we were going along. Seems like we're doing okay. Please put questions or comments in the discussion under the event. Let me just go back and see if there's anything posted here. Seems to be good. So we're a little bit ahead of time, but I think that's okay. Let's go ahead and move on to Bogorodice Dievo. And this piece was presented for us actually during our 10 choral pieces that everybody should sing just a couple of weeks ago, presented by one of our presenters who talked about the fact that this piece can be used by lots of different choirs and is really accessible. Yeah, and so I thought it would be nice to bring it in. It's also appropriate for the holiday season. Tonight's kind of turning into a little bit of our holiday kind of special, I guess. I think at this point it's pretty safe to say we're not going to be having a Christmas concert this year. And so tonight I wanted to offer an opportunity to do some music that we might have done for a holiday concert, including this piece, which is new, though if you have sung it before, great. If you have not sung the Russian, you may have sung it in Latin. I know I've seen it in Latin before. I don't think I've ever seen it done in English. And this piece, if you can go back and watch our video from a couple of weeks ago and listen to what our presenter had to say on this, where it comes from, what the purpose of it is, but for many people this would have been a very familiar text in the Orthodox tradition, but also from the Catholic tradition, as it is the prayer of Mary. What you'll see is some division of parts. There's some alto split parts. Often when I've done this, I've had a few tenors jump up and sing some alto too, and maybe a few second sopranos sing some alto. If you are, none of the range on this is extremely high, even for sopranos, and there are a few split moments. You can take your lower notes, but if you have some of those notes in there and you're willing to kind of take those, I think it's fine to mostly just read your own part. So for right now, we're going to sing this all on Loo, L-O-O. And here is your opening chord. 3, 4, Loo. Breath. right. Let's just break this down a little bit and do some part help here as we're reading this kind of for the first time tonight. So let's just start with sopranos and altos at the beginning, just sopranos and altos. 3, 4. 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. Nice. Let's do tenors and basses now from the beginning. There is a lift after in the 1, 2, 3, fourth full bar after the half note there before we go back to, or before we go to blaga dot. That is where we take a breath before there. Here we go, tenors and basses. 3, 1, 2. Let's put everybody together that far from the beginning, all 4 parts. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1. Lift. Awesome. So now I'm going to do my best not to completely butcher the pronunciation right now, but if we can learn kind of this much to start, I think it's a good start. So you can correct me at any point. So starting from the beginning, these first 2 phrases. Bo, go, ro, dit, sie, dievo. Anything? Boga. Ditsa. Boga, ro, ditsia, dievo. Dievo. Yep, Dievo. And then?
No J glide, no J glide.
Just Dievo.
Please, yeah.
Yep, okay. No J glide. Ra, duitsia.
Ra, dui, sia.
Ra, dui, sia.
Great, Jason. Thank you.
All right. Bla, go, da.
Благодатная.
Yep, blogadat. Blagodatna.
In many cases, when you see O in Russian, it's A. It's
Ah.
not O, it's not A.
Got it. Blagodatna.
Yes, благодатная.
Very good. Blagodatnaya. And then Marie.
Мария.
Very good. Let's go from the beginning with that much of the text. Here we go. And then here we go. 1, 2. Next section here, gospo.
Which means the Lord. God. Again,
Gospel.
instead of O.
Okay.
Господь.
Gospod.
Yes, bravo.
And then
С тобою.
Sta bo you. Sta bo you. All right.
С тобою.
And then bla. Is it blagosloven?
It's one word. Благословенна.
Vienna. Okay, so then
Just one.
blagoslavenia, right?
Благословенна.
Venya. Okay, cool. everyone, then the other parts are repeating text that you've had before. At the top of that third page, I think there's a little bit too much text on the top of the second page to worry about for right now, so we'll just add a little bit more in. Can we start at the Gospodi? Yep, Gospod. Okay, this is measure 9, beat 3. 1, 2. Good, let's just stop there. It breaks down into a bunch of parts, and we need to do some review anyway. So sopranos and altos, can you start right where we just started? That is measure 9. 1, 2. Good, and we'll stop there. Tenors and basses, same spot, measure 9, beat 3. 1, 2. Nice. Let's take this split alto part here going on and just the alto line for a little bit. And any sopranos that want to sing down or tenors that want to sing up just to sing, please do that. Here's 4, 1. And 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2. And then we have a new little section there. Nice. Let's do that same thing again, but add the tenor and soprano lines in. Add tenor and soprano lines in. This is measure 14, beat 2. Tenors and sopranos come in on the next measure. 4, 1. Yeah, big build there. Good. Let's just do the tenors and sopranos starting at the top of that third page at measure 19. Measure 19. Tenor soprano, just tenor soprano, just tenor soprano. 3, 4, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, good. So that big 4 there, right? We're holding for 4 full beats at 21. It's a big, big moment there. How about measure 18, beat 2, the altos, and then tenor sopranos, you're coming in on 19. And 1. 1, let's do just basses alone, pick up to 21. Just basses alone, pick up to 21. 4, 5. 1 and 2. 1. And then there's a split. Good, we'll stop there just for a moment. Let's do actually, same thing we did before. Start at the top of 18, the second beat, and we'll bring everybody in as their entrances happen. And 1. Tenor soprano. Bass. Nice. How about let's just do sopranos and altos starting in measure 23. That's the middle system, last measure, measure 23. We're just right on the downbeat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Everybody we're going to start on that really big chord. That's measure 21. It's a big C major right on the downbeat, wherever you are in your notes. 3, 4. 1, 2. I remember the first time I heard this, I was a freshman in college at Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota, and it was for the Christmas concerts, my first experience with a Lutheran-style Christmas concert event. They don't do anything small for that. It is 6 performances of 450 music students with orchestra and several choirs, and the concert choir did perform this piece. I was not in the group that first year, but I heard it and went, oh boy, I want to sing that. I want to be a part of that. Not just the group, but have a chance to sing this piece. And I've had a couple of different opportunities to sing this, but it's been a while, so it's really nice to come back to it. It's become a bit of a standard for the holiday season in some ways, but I think it's appropriate for so many different times, and I really am glad that we brought it out for this evening. Let's do one more run through it, and then we're actually going to take a break. So we're going to go from the top, and we're going to add a little bit more stretch and pull this time. You can try text if you want. If you want to just sing on Lou, that's perfectly fine. And we're just going to take a little bit more time with it. Here we go. 1, 2. we're going to take about a 5-6 minute break, and then I will come back with some announcements, some things to tell you about what the plan going forward is. And the next piece we will work on is Here is the Little Door. All right, we are back from a little bit of a break. I'm going to make sure I'm watching these comments a little bit better. I didn't catch some of them, and I'll be better about giving some more roadmap as we go on, letting you know where we are. Thank you for struggling through and continuing to be here to sing on that first piece, and hopefully we were able to get some more singing in on the second piece. So a couple of things I want to announce tonight. First of all, a big thank you to all of you who are joining us live. If you are watching this after the fact, thank you for watching and participating in that fashion. Thank you to those who are not regular members of our organization and are jumping in to participate. I know that we've had some communication with some of you about feeling like it's a nice opportunity to be able to make some music in this time when it's not as easy for us to gather in person. With some of that in mind, with the effects of COVID and all of that happening and the numbers climbing, particularly in Lincoln and in the Midwest in general, we are probably going to suspend, any events during December at this point. So we are not planning to have any virtual or in-person events at this point for the rest of this year. In January, I'm hoping that we'll come back to doing 1 to 2 virtual / in-person events, and including some rehearsals, and looking at possibly doing a more concertized event in a safe way, in a socially distanced and safe way as best we can. There are several examples of some choirs who've been doing actual concertized events on social media where they're coming together distanced, but they're coming together and putting on performances and having those recorded and put out. We may be looking at something like that and talking about what that means going forward. So part of the thing tonight, I thought, since we are not going to have a chance to be together in December, is to do some more holiday music. And like I said, the Bogorodice Dievo that we just ended would fit into that category. And also Here's the Little Door, which we're going to start here in a minute, the Herbert Howells. And then we're just going to sing through some carols. We won't spend a lot of time rehearsing those carols, but I'll give you some instructions before we start them, but we'll sing some of those as well. And we'll be calling it an evening a little bit early tonight. I don't think we'll go all the way to 9:30, but I do want to spend some time doing a little rehearsal on Here is the Little Door. And with this one, your measure numbers are at the beginning of each line, right? So not every measure is numbered, but they are there. If you look, we do have measures numbered, and I will make sure to reference those every time that we start. This one is much more in a chorale style, so it's going to be easier to find where we are, where we're starting a little bit more often, as we don't have staggered entrances. The difficult thing, of course, about this is, again, some time signature changes, but with this one, our eighth notes continue to be constant all the way through, and so if you've got that subdivision pulse going, we'll be able to be together very nicely. Here's the opening chord for Here's the Little Door. All voices together, and then we'll break it down. 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, lift. Measure 6. Lift. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 2, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. yeah, this is that one that I did in the wrong order.
My
We did it
apologies,
again,
yeah.
and I forgot to fix it.
No, I forgot. There is
Okay,
a narrow
you're
indication that I
all
should go.
wondering what we're doing, and I do apologize. I was supposed to reprint this one, and I didn't for Dennis and I. I very much apologize. So
Let's
look,
start from 13.
yeah, we're going to start at 13, and we'll look at the right pages. I am so sorry. Here we go. Measure 13, bottom of the first page. 3, 4. 2 and 2, 3. 1, 2. 23. 2, lift. 3. Fermata. And
Sorry.
hey, here's right after the double bar, and 33. 3. 2. 1, 2, and measure 41, and 1, 2. 45, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2. 2, 50. 53. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, lift. All right, let's go back to the top, please. And just the tenors and basses to start, just tenors and basses. We're going to do a few phrases at a time here, and then bring the other parts back in. So, tenors and basses, beginning 3, 4. And 1. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, lift. 2, 3. 2. Nice. Let's do tenors, sopranos and altos. Sopranos and altos from the top. 3, 4. And 1. 2, 3. 1, 2, lift. 2, good. All 4 parts from the top. All 4 parts from the top. 3, 4, 2. And 1. 2, 3. 1, 2, and. Nice. Let's go on with sopranos and altos alone. Gold, that was never bought. Sopranos and altos alone. 3, 4. 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, lift. One, two, lift. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, fermata. Nice. Tenors and basses from that same spot. That's measure 13. 3, 4, and. Lift, d. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, and. Oh, here's the 4/4 bar. 3, 4. 2, 3, and. Two, lift. Very good. All parts, please. Measure 13. And every time I've said lift, there's usually an ending consonant, so you can practice putting that little consonant on at the end of those moments where we breathe. 3, 4. 1, 2, d. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, d. Tenors and basses, we're going to go on starting at bend low. The double bar, bend low, tenor bass alone. 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lift. Nice, good, let's stop there. Sopranos and altos, same spot at the bottom of page 2 at the double bar bend. 3, 4. Lift. 2, 3, 4. And nice. And so we're going to take all parts back at bend low, and when we get to battle, we kind of overemphasize that there in that moment. Please, smoke of the battle, red, almost as if it were double dotted in some ways. That really aggressive moment there. We have the big unison that leads us into that on the defend, right? And so we can build up into that moment. Here's bend, bottom of that second page. All parts, 3, 4. Lift. Here comes the unison and lots of sound. And 1, 2, good, and then we'd be off. Let's do sopranos and altos to start here for the last page in a measure. Myrrh for the bottom of that third page. 1, 2. 2, 3, d. 2, 3. Very nice. Tenors and basses, same spot. Myrrh for the bottom of page 3. 1, 2. Sorry. D and F sharp.
Yes, I got it.
Good. 1, 2. 2, 3, and 49. 2. 2 split. Good, let's put all 4 parts together. Bend, myrrh, bottom of page 3. 3, 4. D. 2, 3. just do those last couple of measures. Start at 49. 49. 3, 4. 2, 3. All right, so we're going to go from the top all the way. I will make sure I make my page turns right and look at the right place so that I conduct correctly. And this time I want you to think a little bit more about the dynamics. We'll start a little softer, build in the moments that we need to build. We will try and do a little bit of the tempo changes, a little quicker in moments, a little slower in some others. And just like we talked about, that kind of intensity when we get to the unison section. And then we bring it way back for the last page. All right, here's your pitches at the beginning. One more time on those. Here we go. 3, 4. Forte. Measure 11, 2, 3. D, and 1, 2, 3. Ready? 22. Two, lift. One, 2, 3, 4. Big breath. Measure 33. Together. Big sound. One, two, and. Very nice. Hope you enjoyed working on that piece. I really hope we have a chance to do that together. I think it's one of the best pieces in kind of the 20th century Anglican tradition. of choral music. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous time. All right, now we're just gonna have some fun. Okay, so if you had a chance to get that caroling book ready to go, we're not going to do everything. We're going to do some of these, and I'll give you some instructions on each one as we go. So a lot of you have done a lot of these out of this caroling book before in previous seasons, and so I thought it would just be fun to sing through some things together. On caroling, we're going to start with that one. That's the very first one on page 2, caroling. We're going to do stanza 1, that first verse there, mezzo forte. When we get to the second verse, we'll come back around and do that soft piano, and then a big forte for the third verse. When we get to the third verse, the last line, we'll repeat the last line twice, right? So we've got a tag at the end, ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Repeat that again after the last verse, ding dong, Christmas bells are ringing. Here are your pitches. 1, 2, 3, and go. Softer. And lift. No breath here. And ding dong. Big forte. And excellent. All right. I'm going to check on see what people are saying. Thank you for, being here. It's wonderful to have an opportunity to be with everybody. We are going to go to Jingle Bells. Okay, so we've done this several times, but we've got a few things that we do on this one. Basically, the first verse is essentially as printed. There's no major changes to that. We always repeat the chorus just as printed, so we do the chorus 2 times every time. The first time piano, the second time forte. So the first repeat of the chorus is soft, the second repeat is forte. When we get to the second verse, we have a break in the third phrase, in the third line there. And we got upsot. So we're taking a big moment there. We're adding a whole extra beat. And we got upsot. And we do that again, the same thing, in the third verse, but this time you get a chance to make that big crack sound, that slap of the whip. And so we get to go, and crack, you'll take the lead, slap a thigh or something, or don't slap the person next to you if you're singing with anybody at home, but you can put a big crack in there, and that'll be good. Dynamics, forte, mezzo, piano. So our third verse is the softest with the most intensity. We put that little clap or slap in on the third verse. Here we go. Here's your notes. Right on dashing. 3 and 4 and dancing. Jingle Beetle bobtailed nag, 244 his speed, and then hitch into an open sleigh and crack, you'll take the lead. And fun, nice job. All right, so we're skipping way ahead here. I know we might be skipping some of your favorites, and I'm sorry about that. But I also just want to get to some things that are just fun to do as well. So Carol of the Bells. I know we've done this a couple of different ways. Today we're just going to read as is. We're not going to do any of the extra things that we have done in the past necessarily with this. But just as a reminder, it repeats back to the very first page. Once you get to our marked page of 25, or excuse me, 24, I'm sorry, the bottom of 24, then we go all the way back to the beginning, repeat at measure 5. That's where that goes back to. The big thing about this is not letting it get out of hand when we get to the soprano ascending scale, right? That we don't go too quickly in that moment. And whenever you have whenever you have that melody, you're the most important part, right? So you have to sing out a little bit more. And sometimes it's in the tenor, sometimes it's in the basses. And so it's not always just the sopranos that have the melody. And that's kind of where we land with this. It starts with sopranos. Here's a B. Here's a B. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm way too slow. 1, 2, 3. Altos. Tenor. All voices. Back to the beginning, and D. Now tenor. Together, and let's just, that's okay. We're gonna go back to the bass entrance at 13, where everybody's in at 13. 13.
Okay. We do second ending, we go to the top, or
we go to the measure 5, to measure 5.
okay,
Measure 5. Let's go back to measure 5.
confusing.
That's okay. Let's go back to measure 5. Back to measure 5. 1, 2, and. Second ending, ready, go. To every home, sopranos and altos. Bass. Wonderful. All right, and we wish you a Merry Christmas is how we're going to end this evening. Before we do end, I'm going to take a quick peek at our comments again, and it's lovely to see so many people joining us. Ooh, friends from other parts of my life. Thank you for being a part of this tonight. We are we are just in a strange world right now, and we are just in a different time, and I hope tonight has been a little bit of an opportunity to feel like you are getting some music in your life, getting some things that feel positive going for you. For some of us, this has been a big change in a very different world. For some of us, maybe we kind of like some of the things that have changed and on all of that. But no matter what, we've all had to adjust. And I appreciate so much your willingness to be a part of things, to participate, to share what we're doing with our community and with the world. As we're able to do this, I want to thank again Aisha, who's helping with sound and video today, Dennis on the piano, First United Methodist Church for allowing us to be in this space again. It is always such a great place to be in, and I hope that we're performing back in here again soon as a full group. Things are looking more and more positive as we hear more information on the news about vaccines and all of that, and I look forward to it. I know that a lot of groups that have been doing some more in-person rehearsals and have been really following the standards that have been set out have had some really good things happening, and I hope that maybe we can endeavor into some of that as we come back into the new year. But I also want to wish you a safe and wonderful holiday season. I know that you may not be doing the things that you're normally doing. I know I'm not. I don't know 100% what my plans are yet, and I think that's true for a lot of people, and I think that's more difficult. It makes the season even more a little different kind of stress than it has been in the past. We always get busier. We always get, a lot of things happening during this time of the year, and maybe it's just going to be less of that, and maybe it's a chance for us to enjoy those people that we are able to be around with. But I want to encourage all of you to be safe. Wear a mask, please, when you're in public. Do all the things that we need to do so that we can be back on track and be together and have rehearsals in ways that are safe as soon as we possibly can. So, with all of that said, let's do a Merry Christmas. I'm just going to page through it really quick as we go, and let's talk about where our entrances are. So, sopranos and altos, you start at the beginning, okay? Then it's altos coming in with some harmonization. Tenors and basses, you have that awkward entrance. If you remember this one, it's a little bit hard to come in. Then tenors take over melody, starting at that bottom of page 37. Tenors and basses have a little moment together. We add in other parts at the bottom of 38. Altos and sopranos join. And then we continue from that point on together. As we get to nearing the end section, any notes that are like crossed off or marked differently in yours, feel free to just sing those anyway. If you want to sing the top notes, the high notes, and sing those out, that's perfectly fine. Hopefully you've noticed that any time that it says anything but we, it's been crossed out and replaced with we. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas is weird, so we sing we wish you a Merry Christmas anytime that it is marked and changed. Hopefully it is in your score as well. So here is your opening pitch. Sopranos and altos, and 1, 2. Top of 38. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and big thank you to Dennis again. Wonderful to be with you. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to keep checking comments here as we go along. Please put questions or comments in, and I'll try and get back to you on those. Have a wonderful, wonderful break, and hopefully we'll see you again here in January. I'll get that information out to you as soon as I can. Have a good night.